What's good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out why does WWE feel so different today. This video is about wrestling flashback. WWE has been so great these past couple years. Like these past year and a half has been phenomenal. Like the storylines has been great. The wrestlers matches been perfect. Every pay-per-view has been 5 stars. Wrestling in general, not just WWE but AEW as well, has been at an all-time high in buy rates and pay-per-view buys and everything like that. And like so many wrestling fans who kind of swayed away from the business years ago are now starting to come back, and WWE has become so great in bringing people back into the storyline, from the bloodline storyline, from LA Knight right now currently to who knows what's going to happen in the future, man. So let's hop into the video. Let's go.
One thing you'll notice watching WWE nowadays compared to the past is how much the show has changed. For better or worse, there are many ways the product differs, of which we'll highlight today as we examine why WWE just feels different. The first difference we'll touch on is the show.
Exactly.
WWE in the early 2000s were known for big pyro displays at the start of each broadcast.
So they brought that back.
Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-view events all had unique set designs that gave each show its own identity. The removal of pyro for Raw and SmackDown events, and even pay-per-views for a time, meant the shows quite literally started with less of a bang. The series.
No pyro.
WWE also began to do away with event and set designs after switching to HD in 2008. Soon all shows would have the same stage setup. Gimmick pay-per-views were also introduced. This meant instead of using a stipulation as a blow-off to a rivalry, a gimmick match would simply be another match in a feud, unlike before when the likes of a Hell in a Cell match was only held if the storyline required it.
Hell in the Cell! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hell in the Cell match! Oh my god! Hell in the Cell!
That was the signal in the end of a Hell in a Cell match. Signal the end of a rivalry, excuse me. Damn, Triple H been in a minute. A lot of them motherfuckers. Damn. That was the end of a rivalry when Hell in a Cell match was involved.
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
How many Triple H been in? I think he broke the record.
The pay-per-view format meant that stipulations like these would be featured every year no matter what, purely because it was on the event schedule. Thankfully, under Triple H's regime, the WWE have begun to slowly phase out certain gimmick premium live events.
Good.
Sell, Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, maybe those things should all go away.
Here's hoping show-specific sets make a comeback.
I agree with that.
There's also been a noticeable shift
I definitely agree.
Fans in the arenas. The Attitude Era was famous for the sea of crowd signs that would dominate camera shots. These signs could get very creative or very offensive depending on who you ask, but it was all just a sign of the times, you could say. Crowd signs were the original social media. Nowadays, signs are far less common. Fans instead do a lot of their talking online or by chanting. Chants were also a big part of the Attitude Era, where they were unsurprisingly X-rated.
Whoa.
You are now and will forever be an asshole.
Oh!
Listen to these moronic New York fans! What's the matter with you people? Another anatomy chant. Be nice to me, or you won't get a future XFL franchise. You're excited, or at least you think you are. Shut up, I'm talking! There you go.
That was the first ever draft back in 2002.
Do you hear what they're calling you? It's destiny. It sounds to the great one that there's 15,000 Rock fans calling you a
15,000 in the arena?
Don't talk about Tory like that.
Damn.
Hot hands by the Intercontinental Champion. Finding their mark on the game.
The crowd still does that. Chant like that.
hijacking of the shows was less frequent back in the day.
They used to do a beach bar back in the day?
Overshadow a match or segment. It was usually because their chants were specific to the show or wrestlers involved. Modern fans have been seen hijacking matches by completely ignoring the action in the ring, a practice that has drawn influence from fans on social media.
I don't like you getting sucked in for the rest of us. Now delivering two great right-handed blows this thing. He's done everything he can, everything in his ability, and still can't pick up a fall.
Social media or not, listening to the fans has always been paramount in wrestling. It's something people have lauded Vince McMahon for doing in the past, and heavily criticized him for not doing in the modern era. No matter what the fans want, the buck always stops with Vince.
See, I don't ask my audience what they want. I tell them what they want, and then they like it. I don't listen to anybody except me.
You could also argue that fans simply had more to shout about in the past, and how could they not, given the storyline and amount of star power featured on television every week. Raw and SmackDown
was me, Austin. Power Driver.
It was appointment viewing that you couldn't afford to miss even one show of.
It ain't a race thing, it ain't a color thing, it's a me kicking your ass thing. Nobody stop. Where to, Stephanie? Go to hell.
No!
How many times did we consummate the marriage?
Whoa.
Triple H, come on out, you rapist.
Damn. Ooh.
Life sucks, and then you die.
Oh my God.
I'll see you later.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Wait a minute. Good God.
Oh, they ran over Austin.
Oh my God. Now you know, you dumb son of a bitch. Holy shit. I see you for what you truly are. A no-good lying bitch.
Damn.
After the Attitude Era ended, the WWE returned with compelling television as the Ruthless Aggression Era was upon us.
That match right there was so good. That put Jeff over right there. He was already over, but they put him in the main event scene.
Multiple times before you were 30 years old. I think that speaks volumes right there.
Ooh.
I think it speaks volumes that you've had one serious relationship by the time you're 30.
Damn.
Just seen the reuniting of DX.
These days, any big event that occurs on WWE is immediately
big deal.
plastered all over social media.
But let me go ahead and tell you, shut your bitch ass up.
Damn.
Plus, with prominence of DVRs and online pirating, there's less of an onus to tune in live. That and the fact that the angles and product aren't as compelling, except for a select few storylines. For example, the story of the Bloodline took the wrestling world by storm in the 2020s, proving how successful layered storytelling can be in pro wrestling.
Exactly.
Damn, what the Tribal Chief say?
Oh, he messed up. When I seen this live, this had me so hyped. This too, and when Jay kicked Roman, I was so hyped. Right here, wow!
Something that has sadly been few and far between since the late 2000s. The late 90s and early 2000s were not only filled with engaging storylines that kept fans tuning in, but they were also jam-packed with action. The Attitude Era is famous for the fast-paced, all-go main event matches.
But how did they approve that? The coolest people ever. He just slid into it. Damn.
In the year 2000, these bouts were complemented in the mid-card by thrilling tag team encounters,
3D.
technical in-ring clinics, and hardcore madness that could end up absolutely anywhere. The match quality only got better during the Ruthless Aggression era. The technicians became main eventers, but you still had your stars. Meanwhile, the women's and cruiserweight divisions also put in strong work between the ropes. Today, the standard of match rate is still incredibly high, but unlike the buffet style we treated before, matches largely feel the same. You'll see similar spots and moves in both the opening contest and main event.
Everybody do that now.
The show, such as the introduction of
a lot of moves ain't really different. It's not really different in moves now. Everybody do the DDT. Everybody do super kick.
Also, in many ways, set an unattainable
springboard,
standard, especially when we look back at some of the big
all that.
spots that were performed in match types such as.
I don't think nobody doing that crazy stuff no more. I know for sure ain't nobody doing that. Maybe Kevin Owens. I'm not really sure. That's what he did. Oh! Yeah, ain't nobody doing them spots no more. Mick Foley was a one-of-a-kind talent. Willing to risk his body for that. Chip! That! Those right there.
We mentioned the star power already.
There's a reason why Jeff struggles with addiction issues now to this day.
Talents on the roster all at the same time. The Rock and Austin were like A1 and A2.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Triple H was the top heel, with Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho on the ascend. Not to mention veterans like Mick Foley and The Undertaker. Following the Attitude Era, WWE needed new stars to lead the company, and much like the Attitude Era had numerous legendary talents all working at once, the Ruthless Aggression Era saw the dawn of 4 more all-time greats who made up the
Cena, Randy Orton, Batista,
class from
Brock Lesnar.
John Cena was the standpoint, becoming the face of the company and staying on top for over a decade uninterrupted.
Thank you. In comes Mickey Henson. 2 new champion. No.
Kicked up. Ooh. That WrestleMania 23 match was so good. Ugh. Right. Ooh, Batista ball. Super Cena.
It led to much fan frustration, as well as a downturn in business and the product itself.
Yeah, that was the birth of Super Cena. I wonder what would have happened had he turned heel.
On Cena at the cost of creating other stars who could match up to John.
A lot of the reason the reactions are the way they are is for quite a few years WWE didn't step up to the plate and correctly provide new main event talent.
That was until Roman Reigns began to be groomed as the next face of WWE. Attempts to
that is true, because they didn't have nobody back in the day.
Bad years creative-wise.
Suffering succotash, son. It was not easy to say. Little Roman, he climbed that beanstalk, and would you like to know what he found?
Believe that.
You think I did damage last year?
The lack of star power in the Reigns and later Cena years led to a reliance on part-time past stars.
Turn back the clock! Goldberg is back!
It's why Brock Lesnar held the world title for what seemed like years on end. Roman Reigns' multiple year-long title reigns seemed to break the trend of part-timers as champions, as Roman was finally at the level where
Roman's he's still a part-timer though.
However, once again showed the over-reliance on one main star. On top of the tremendous star power we previously saw in the main event,
the roster was stacked back in the day.
Out with a strong roster, with so many unique talents that offered something different. We spoke about their skill between the ropes already, but on top of that, the wrestlers benefited from good creative, as it felt like everyone on the card had a purpose and a role to play on the show. The mid-card storylines were given time to play out, leading to some brilliant television. Unlike in the modern era, where it feels like many wrestlers are just making up the numbers.
This is a different group of guys.
You know, they're not as ambitious. I just don't think they necessarily want to reach for that brass ring.
Add to that the contrast in the in-ring style, and you have quite a different product.
Yeah. Today it feels like it's more of a you do your stuff, I'll do my stuff. Just one move after another move, and nobody's selling anything. It doesn't mean anything. If it doesn't mean anything, then why are you doing it?
The product has changed so much. It's kind of soft. There's too much pretty and not enough substance.
A lot of the difference in the show comes down to the change to a more family-friendly PG product. Previous eras were built on edginess and pushing the envelope from the violence.
I love that flying chair shot by Shane McMahon. Pedigree.
The portrayal of women to the colourful language. It was what helped catapult the WWF into the mainstream.
Damn.
TV ratings that helped defeat and see off WCW in the Monday Night War. As competition helped to breathe innovation.
Ooh.
The lack of competition coincided with a drop in ratings and overall product interest. This continued year on year as the show itself continued to get worse and longer, topped off by the move to TV PG.
Baloney, fudge, and mustard! My life is being ruined by the internet!
I'm gonna win the whole fudging thing. It's a PG show. It's the best I can do.
What are you, 9?
Most of our viewers are around that age.
However,
Damn.
today, AEW's competition has forced the WWE to
AEW don't give a damn what they say.
Triple H, and we may be starting to see some of the glory years come back, especially as pay-per-view shows are being hosted in a variety of different cities, such as Puerto Rico and London, which have created a phenomenal atmosphere.
I ain't gonna lie. The international crowd is way better than the US crowd. No lie. No cap, no none of this shit.
How do you expect to be treated?
So we can only hope that it continues. Now if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out a similar video on 10 Dark.
Alright y'all, great video man. Let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of my reactions to this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.